Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to connect two separate flow switch to monitor your water level automatically in both overhead tank and ground tank. So let's begin the connection. So here is my contactor and here is my breaker. Contactor is a switch that carries our load and breaker is for protection. So I have a light bulb here. We're going to use this light bulb for testing. So let's begin the connection. So we are going to start by connecting our live and neutral wire from our breaker to L1 and L2 of our contactor. So let's connect it. So you can see I pick my red wire and connect from my breaker to L1 of my contactor. So I use it this way and connect. So you can see here is L1 of our contactor. We connect this wire there. So now let's connect our neutral wire. So we'll connect our neutral wire from our breaker to L2 of our contactor. So let's connect it. So connect it this way from here to L2 of our contactor. So now we are done with the input wire. So let's go ahead and connect our light bulb, our motor pump. Remember, we are using this bulb as our motor pump, as our water pump. So let's connect it. You connect your red to T1 of the contactor and neutral to T2 of our contactor. So you connect it this way. So now we are done with the connection. So let's go ahead now and connect our flow switch. So this is where you pay more attention to this one now. So now remember, this flow switch this flow switch will be in our overhead tank and this second one will be in our ground tank. So now when you look at this wire, this is the flow switch wire. Every flow switch has a 3 wire. So this black wire is the live wire and is the common wire, the live wire. This is the input wire, and this blue wire is normally open wire, and this brown wire is the normally closed wire. So now for you to use these two flow switches to monitor your water level in both ground tank and overhead tank, what you will do is that this blue wire from our overhead tank, you will connect it to this brown wire of our ground tank. You can see it like this. This blue wire from our overhead tank, you join it with this brown wire of our ground tank. You put it this way and join it together. Make sure you join it well. So after the joining, you use sellotape, you use insulation tape to insulate it. This way, you join it this way. So now after that we are going to use these two black now. So now let's cut this blue wire out because we are not using it again, and this brown wire here out. So you can see now we are left with only these two black. So now how do you do this now? Remember, this black is the common wire. So this black wire here, we are going to connect this black wire to our live wire here. So let's lose our live wire and connect it. So you lose your wire this way and connect it like this here. So now you put it back. So So now current will flow from here to our flow switch. Then from this other flow switch, it flows to this one. So then this second black from our ground tank flow switch will goes to contactor coil. Remember, if you look here, you will see that here is written, here is A1 and here is A2. So we are going to connect this guy here to A2 of our contactor. So you lose here down, you lose it this way and connect it. Short tight connection. So now let's go ahead and connect our neutral wire to our coil. So you pick a short wire like this and join it from this our neutral wire to neutral coil here to our contactor coil. So now when you look here, you can see here is A1 of our contactor coil. So we are going to use it and connect this wire. You connect it this way and loose here. So loose here and join it to our neutral wire. And after the joining, you put it back. So now we are done with the connection. So let's go ahead and test it. So I on my breaker. Now it turns on. So now here, remember, this flow switch will be in our overhead tank, and this one here will be in our ground tank. So how these two work, let's understand. So when there is a water in our ground tank, this flow switch will be in up position. So now, and when there is no water in our overhead tank, this one now will be in down position. And once there is no water in our overhead tank and there is a water in our ground tank, our water pump will turn on automatically and water will start pumping. So now as water is pumping, the flow switch will be going up. As water is pumping, the flow switch is going up till the water full in our tank and our water pump will turn on automatically. You can see this is how it works.